Did you wake up one day and feel like a disconnect between who you are and who you used to be? For some reason, you cannot match your memories with your personality. You just might be awaken. The concept of awakening is basically when your soul leaves your body and a new soul comes into your body to take over, to continue your life. Instead of like physical death, it's like a soul transference, exchange of souls. One soul leaves to the spirit realm and another soul comes in to continue the life of that person. There are different reasons why a person's soul might leave their body and another soul continues the life. One of the reasons is when a person is constantly suicidal, and if there's still something that being needs to achieve, then there might be a soul exchange in that body. Another reason is trauma. There are people who have gone through different degrees of trauma. Maybe a person who has had a really hard life. They're just like so broken that they just cannot do life anymore. Such a person might have a walk-in come and take over their life. Another reason might be when someone has an NDE, a near-death experience. Because of the shock of the experience, the soul actually leaves the body for like a second or however how many minutes people who have those experiences experience them for. When that happens, there's like a vacuum and a new soul might come into the body to continue the journey. Maybe the soul got stuck when it left the body. After it left the body, it didn't want to come back. It went to like Lala Afterworld land, and then everything was all cherry, and it's like, you know what? Bye. I ain't doing this shit no more. Yeah. And then the new soul came into the body to continue the life journey. It can be that like the soul has spent a lot of lifetimes incarnating in a human body in like on earth, and they're just done. They've completed their life mission and they just want to leave. The concept of Mahasamadhi. Now, while like there are different reasons why the person might be tired of living, a walking might want to come into the body because there's something key that person needs to accomplish. Or it might be that the walking is a star seed or a light being that is coming in to reincarnate on earth, and they need to incarnate in a grown, like an adult body. They don't have time to start from being a baby and then growing up and stuff like that. There's also the perspective that a person might have multiple walk-ins. When something tragic happens, the original soul leaves, then a walk-in comes in, and then that walk-in that takes over stays for like a couple of years, and they're like, you know what, I can't do this shit no more, or this purpose or this mission, I cannot accomplish it. That body and that bloodline, that lineage that body belongs to is still very useful. The first walk-in might exit and another walk-in comes in. So they're all like those different reasons why a walk-in might want to come and continue a soul's journey. So when this old soul has departed and the new soul comes in, there are different things that happen within the body. All the memories that were accumulated in that body still remain in that body. So the new soul coming in is coming to meet the memories, and the new soul comes in like a newborn baby. But there's a certain disconnect they have with the memories of that body, and this new soul has those memories, but they don't have any connection to those memories. They can't really connect their thought process to the person who did those things. So a lot of times there's that disconnect, like new phone, who that. When the new soul enters, there's always like a rapid change. Like it's still the same person, but it's like a different person. There are different signs that show like a person has had a walk-in. One of them is like a sudden change in character, like the person's belief system, their character, their perspective, everything like changes. For instance, a person might have gone from being a narcissist, selfish, stuck up and all that, and all of a sudden they've changed. They're like highly sensitive. They're like an empath. They're feeling everybody's emotions. They're always in their feelings. They're touchy and soft. A person might have gone from being very religious and all of a sudden they're like the complete opposite. They don't believe in God, or they have a different concept of spirituality. Another sign is like a change in lifestyle, in diet. A person might have gone from eating meat to becoming like a complete vegetarian. That happens a lot when it's a starseed walking. Apart from personality, the person also has like new talents. For instance, a person couldn't like paint before, now they're like Picasso or something. Or they were like a bookworm, they always loved reading, and now they cannot even open a book to save their life. There are other reasons why that might happen, but these are also part of like the symptoms. My favorite sign is those people who are like terminally ill, like they have like this crazy ass sickness, and then the next thing they're healed. It's like a miracle. Yeah, I know a lot of people attribute it to prayer and stuff. While that might be true, it can also be a symptom of having a walk-in. The soul that had the sickness exited. Maybe they couldn't stand the pain, or they were just tired and they're like, you know what, I ain't doing this shit no more. Then the walk-in came in with like a healing frequency. So they just came into the body, all that sickness went away. Also, this might be a sign that the walk-in was a star seed. Another sign is also like missing time and memories. So when a walk-in comes in, like for a while they might not be able to store new information. Sometimes they just have like this time lapse. They cannot like store new information in their brain because it's like they're still adjusting to the body. The walk-in came here to achieve something, so they have a new purpose. So this also ties into when a person changes drastically. But in that case, where the new soul, the walk-in, has like a fresh purpose, it's usually going to be like a hard adjustment time that might take years, because the new soul has to complete the karma of the old body. So they have to go through all these challenges, and until they've cleared all that baggage from the old soul, then they move on to their own new purpose and they continue with their own shit, you know. A walk-in is a very interesting concept. It happens more often than people think it does, especially these days because of all the shit that is going on in the world. A lot of walk-ins come with healing energy. Walk-ins that are starseeds are here to like heal the world and all that kumbaya shit. Also, it's easy for people to conflate walk-ins with evil spirits. Walk-ins and possessions are two different things. So a walk-in is not the same thing as being possessed by a spirit, and it's not the same thing as channeling a spirit. A walk-in is like a totally different like concept. It's very interesting.